Ever wondered how safe your online activities really are? How secure is your digital footprint? In the vast realm of the internet, privacy and security are paramount. Without adequate protection, your personal data might be at risk. There are solutions to these issues, and today we're going to talk about two of them. Introducing Liberty Laptops from Calyx Solutions. These cutting-edge devices are meticulously designed to bolster online privacy, providing you the liberty to surf the internet incognito. The World Wide Web can be a wild frontier, but with Liberty Laptops, your online privacy is always protected. We also present you Crypto Laptops, designed with cryptocurrency users in mind. Equipped to support a myriad of wallets and exchanges, these laptops are tailored for seamless cryptocurrency transactions. They offer enhanced security protocols to keep your digital assets safe. Crypto Laptops ensures a secure and smooth cryptocurrency experience. It's time to take control of your online privacy and security. Venture over to Calyx Solutions and explore our Liberty Laptops and Crypto Laptops. Don't forget, our affiliate program lets you earn $50 per sale. Visit calyxsolutions.io now or call 702-845-8276 for more information, because your online safety is our priority.
And we are live. Good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing? Hope you're doing good. How are you, Patrick?
Doing fine, Ben. How about yourself?
I'm doing wonderful. How's the weather up in St. Louis?
It's actually really nice. It's in the upper 40s. We're going to get into the mid 50s today. Rain's coming through. My hat's off to the folks in the East Coast. Yeah, I don't know how much more of this you can take. My daughter said they got another 8 inches. She's in Maine, so now I think they're at 40 feet of snow. So
wait, what'd you say?
No,
I was going 40 feet of snow. Good Lord.
No, but you know what? There it doesn't matter. There was a couple of weeks ago. They had 18 inches. 18 inches come in starting on Sunday into Monday, and they had a 2-hour delay for the start of school. Here,
that's the old school way. It was like a little bit of snow. Fuck, we get there.
Yeah.
Shit,
here,
beat.
Here they say snow and they shut the schools down.
Yeah, that wasn't how it was when I was a kid.
No.
In St. Louis. It was like, oh, it's snowing.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah. Make sure you wear your boots.
Yeah. Exactly. I'd have to say we may have had a couple of snow days, maybe a couple, but those, and really it wasn't if we got snow, it's when we got snow. Right? Is it snowing heaviest when we get picked up? If it snowed earlier or later, no one gave a shit. They were like, all right, are the roads really, 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 really bad right now?
Right.
Because I can remember sitting there watching Channel 5 News to see if there were any closings. And really most of the time it was like, well, your school bus might be a couple minutes late. Okay. And then you walk down, go to the school bus. You know?
Yeah. I think the only time that we had a snow day, this was in high school and grammar school, was in '67 in Chicago. And there were, I mean, it was a good 3 feet of snow.
Yeah, that's a little different.
Yeah, but otherwise we never had a snow day.
I watch a lot of these like documentaries degrees on like really remote places in Russia that are like there's always snow, and you see parents like wrapping up their kids, and they got their boots on and the shirts on and the 8 fucking jackets, and they're walking to school, and it's like snowing balls outside, and these fucking kids are like off to school.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we are talking like snow, like you just said, like 2, 3, 4, 5 feet of fucking snow. And these freaking kids are like, hell, one of them I watched, because of where they live, they sled to school.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Up in the UP, I had cousins up there. They had 4x8 sheets of plywood that they would put across the top of the snow, and the earth movers that came through the city. I mean, there was 10 to 15 feet walls of snow. This
Yeah.
street was dug out, and it's a canal, and they had ladders that they would use because they had an exit up on the 3rd floor of the house, and they used ladders in order to get down into these 4x sheets.
Yeah, I watched an episode up in Alaska, and this is like, I think it was the furthest city in Alaska, and I mean it's like there's always snow there. There isn't a time when there isn't snow,
Right.
and I mean these kids were having a blast. They were getting fucking drug around.
Oh yeah.
Snowmobiles on like a sled and slinging them into hills and flying off the side of the hill.
Yeah. And on the other side is a polar bear.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course.
If you miss them, if you miss the hill, you're much. Yes, 1967.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. When he said he was at school, what he meant was he was a teacher at the school. Because he is 150 fucking years old. Yeah, he really looks good for his age, though.
Yeah.
But all right, the title of the show is "The World is Moving into a Digital Universe." What that means. I have been watching several shows, and I watched a show last night that like really went into like the nuts and fucking bolts of what is digitally available to trade. Apparently, the most popular website right now is actually called Polymarket or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you can fucking bet on, like, if it snows, or if you're there was something on how long Trump's State of the Union would be, and there's like millions of dollars on the line on these bets, and it's like everyone's gambling. It is. Are you seeing that?
I see indications that there are people who are willing to take wagering into a completely new direction. I don't see a lot of people that I know that are gambling. Now, I have friends, I have family who have always gambled. They've had a bookie. Okay.
Well, that's different. That's, hey, I'm going down to Joey's, I'm going to play something on the dogs.
Yeah.
Or shit like that.
Yeah. Well, I didn't grow up in that house.
You are definitely not a gambler.
No.
Hang on one second. Didn't we go out to eat one? Have you ever went to a casino with me?
No.
Oh,
No.
all right. I have a rule. When I go to a casino, I take $40. Once the 40 is done, I'm a spectator.
Right.
You know?
Now, I like going to the racetrack. That's fun. But
That's a little different.
It's about the experience with friends. It's not, I don't go by myself. My wife and I don't go. We go with a bunch of people, hang out, have food, drinks, just have a laugh riot. That's a completely different experience. Like casinos, we have gone to casinos. We have not gambled. Like I have a problem doing that. And there's a lot of visually, there's a lot of disheartening things too, because there are folks in there who are using their walkers and having an oxygen tank while they smoke. So I get as far away from them as possible.
I look at that as like Walmart without groceries. It's you see a lot of very unique people. Some of them they aren't there just to have fun. It's almost like, oh, I need rent money. Let me go to the casino. There's
prescription money being gambled there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's wrong, but you're addicted. You're addicted.
Yeah, it's I guess because basically my life is doing the shows, and then when I'm not actually doing the show, research for the shows.
Right.
Because someone over here wrote, "Ben, I can't keep up with this. It's literally a full-time job with how fast all of this is moving." That's true. You have AI, you have Bitcoin, you have what the fuck's going on in politics. You have Iran, you have Israel, you have stocks, and you have bonds, and you have all of these segments and all of them seem to kind of collect at a point.
There's an intersection.
Yeah, and everything's at like a critical point. You look at Israel, you look at Iran, you look at the economic system, you look at credit card delinquencies, and they're at all-time highs. You look at housing prices, all-time highs. You look that no one can sell their houses. Well, the reason is they're too fucking expensive. And it's like every area's a shit show, and you almost can't look in an area that isn't a shit show. I don't know where there's not a shit show. I mean, and what really amazes me is how everything is going digital with AI and all of that. And agents, and I mean, we have Robinhood, Coinbase, Kraken that are now offering 24/7 trades on stocks derivatives, which means they don't hold the actual shares. They hold a derivative, which is just a representation of value. And so everyone is out there trading and swapping, and I'm going to sell this fucking derivative for that derivative.
I think it's less than a representation. I think it's an interpretation of an investment tool. Somebody says, this is what I think, and now you can invest in what I think.
I was having a conversation with a friend online yesterday, and I basically said everyone's trading digital pet rocks.
Yeah.
It's hey, I'll sell you my digital pet rock. Oh yeah. Oh my God, look the price of the pet rock went up. Oh, well, let me sell a digital pet rock. It's everyone's just out there trying to make more money on shit that doesn't exist.
Here's an ETF of my pet rock.
Exactly. And don't forget, we gotta have a futures market for the pet rock.
Oh, that's right.
So we can hedge our bets.
So and on what side do you fall? Is it going to rise in value or is it going to fall in value?
Exactly. I mean, it's like the general public, and is everything's a gamble now. And this is linked with the Federal Reserve. There's nothing of real value. The reason houses are so pricey is because you can live in them. They're physical. And like, you have any real asset is actually going up, and every asset has a derivative that's also going up. So I think what they're setting up is, this is how you avoid real inflation, is you actually create a derivative of something and then let the inflation move into the derivatives market instead of the real market. I mean, it's because there's so much fucking cash out there. There's unlimited amount of cash out there, and all of these fucking platforms, they have leverage. I'm going to do 10x leverage or 20x leverage or 100x leverage. That leverage is credit, which means it's creating money. And so now we not only have the Federal Reserve creating money, we have the banks creating money. Now we have Coinbase creating money. We have Kraken creating money. We got all these places creating money. And then they're like, wow, I wonder why Pet Rock is going up so much. Well, because it's all a hype cycle. What's the latest Pet Rock? Is it an AI share? Is it Apple? Because there's so many derivatives of Apple shares that aren't really shares, but there's a derivatives, there's a futures market. And if there wasn't a futures market, or there wasn't fucking derivatives, what would the real price of the shares of Apple be? A hell of a lot more, because you could only buy the real asset. I guess what I'm looking for is Is there anything real? And that's an honest question. And with AI, we have movies that are fake. We have pictures that are fake. We have ads that are fake. We have workers that are digital, but they're executing real real work. So you have an agent that costs you about $1 a day in processing fees that can replace a guy who fucking makes $180 a day or like $200 a day. So, and I watched a show yesterday, and it was a CEO who had, I think, 118 employees a month ago. Now he has like 16 employees because he has agents that can run all the shit that the other people were doing. And how do you compete with an agent that works 24/7, 7 days a week for $1 a day, and they don't have rent, they don't have child support, they ain't got no baby mama drama, they're little agents, and you can duplicate them. So
I feel like Sally Struthers should be doing a commercial right now.
Yeah.
For $1 a day, you can have agents.
Yeah, when really it's going into my food budget.
Yeah.
It's and I've looked. I have mapped this out. I'm trying to see how society, and I mean global society, how you survive or how money survives this. And the only thing I can see is actually fucking Bitcoin. Because since you're in competition with pure energy, which are these agents, the only currency that is an equivalent of that would be Bitcoin, which is pure energy. So how do you have a labor system? Because that's what capitalism is. Capitalism has always actually been labor versus sales. How much can you build it for, and how much can you sell it for? Well, that was a good balance, because you really couldn't make anything unless you had labor. So you had to have employees. So you needed employees so you could produce a product that then you could sell to other employees in the economy. So you had a supply, but that supply was reliant on employees that created the demand. And now, with a lot of this, and as they roll out robots, you can now have production without labor. Well, if you don't have labor, who's fucking buying your product? Because who's making money? Do you have any words of wisdom, old wise one?
Well, I think there is labor taking place. It's just not on your side of the equation. I mean, if you're running agents, right, and they're $1 a day, and they're just sitting there waiting for input, so you don't have any labor on that side. You do have labor because in that example that you gave, he had 100 employees and 16 of them were sticking around, including himself. He does have some labor taking place.
Yeah.
But outside of that, in the other little environments that are circling around yours, there is labor taking place, and it's doing so. You wouldn't have anybody buying your product if that wasn't going on.
Yeah.
So there's an interdependence that's taking place because you're just not living within your own little world. You're going out and you're buying stuff, services, vendor relationships, etc., paying utilities. So it continues. But to your point, there's a diminishing disposable income that's available for a lot of folks, because those 85 people that were gone in that example, of the 100 or 84, roughly $4.2 million in salaries if it's $50,000 a year. That's a shitload of money to pull out of the economy.
Yeah, and how I see it, let me know if you see it in another way. Those people who lost their jobs are now looking for jobs in an environment where no one's looking to hire for those jobs. That's why they lost their job. And so it isn't like you're a chef and there isn't any more restaurants around that are hiring chefs. It's that they're getting rid of chefs.
Right.
They're no longer hiring chefs because they have iChef. You know, that is like fucking cooking the meals. So it's you're losing your job in a segment of the economy that is no longer hiring for your trade. It literally is the horse carriage.
There's a presumption, but there's a presumption that everybody in your industry is going to be moving in the same direction. There are going to be some folks that go, yeah, we're not going to this AI route. We're willing to continue to incur the expense because of the quality of the customer service that takes place in that scenario, as opposed to ending up in an IVR and I don't have any human being on the other side of the phone who can actually respond in a non-robotic fashion. Because go ahead.
But I mean, when was the last time that you had a conversation with a company where you talked with a person and it was pleasant? I mean, it's and really a larger view is if you're a company and your competition is getting rid of overhead, then they can actually drop their prices and eventually they will undercut you. And that happened in what was it? It was like once damn it, I'm trying to remember the example. It was like once canned foods reached a lower price than fresh food, everyone moved over to fucking canned food. I want to say it was around World War II, but it's everyone is very price sensitive. And I definitely know you are price sensitive. All right. You aren't Jewish, but you definitely play one on fucking TV. You're extremely cheap. And that's why you love fucking Costco. You're like, I get more for less. You aren't going to Costco for the service. You know,
though, I would argue otherwise. I know it's a bulk outfit, but I also know that I have a complaint that it's going to be responded to in a favorable fashion. If I go to Sam's, no, not happening. It's go talk to Sam Walt, and that's where you're going to get your answer.
So, do you ever shop at Sam's?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
So, although they have a less friendly customer service, you'll still shop there for a price.
There are a number of things that I go there for. Yes, and it's quality.
Yeah.
It's the quality. I think the quality of their meat in the prime beef category is better than what Costco has. I think they have a better selection of seafood than Costco does. There are some other things too that I prefer to get from Sam's, and there are some things that I'll only get at Costco.
So it's quality and price.
Yeah.
And that's what happens whenever AI, and I'm already seeing this. What happens when you call up Sam's and they're now using AI agents as representative, and it sounds human, and they're friendly, and they're, hi Patrick, I recognize your phone number. How are you doing? How can I help you? And they actually solve the problem in a human voice, and they never get frustrated. They never get aggravated. They didn't have a bad day. Their wife's not bitching at them. And you have a pleasant experience with an AI agent.
Right.
And then, because it's a joke, or at least it was a few years ago. Anytime you called a helpline, you better know how to speak Arabic, right? Because you ain't getting shit but some dothead over in fucking Afghan fuck or whatever.
It's a UN crossover there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But now, and dude, on YouTube, this blew my mind the other day. I'm watching a show on YouTube. I'm searching for a show on YouTube, and I watched a German show where they talked German on the show, but YouTube switched their voice using AI, and they're English. They talk in English, and their mouth moves in accordance with English language, but it's a German broadcast, and it was fucking live. So it's in real time.
So it's no Milli Vanilli.
No.
Actually going on. No Kid Rock halftime show. Yeah.
Right. And then I'm like, wait a second. It knows I usually watch English shows. And so I played around on YouTube. There were 170 something languages I could choose from.
So did you take any other language?
Oh yeah. I think I listened to it for a minute in German, French, Italian, Spanish, and that's all I really.
Right.
But it looked real, and this was a German live broadcast.
Crazy.
And I'm like, holy shit! So now, I mean, people right now watching our episode live on YouTube, you can choose another language to listen to it, and it will translate and make us look like I know how to talk Dothead. And I don't know how. I'm an English guy.
Right.
I don't know. It's just I find it fascinating that now.
Oh, it is. It is.
We can watch shows from a completely different culture in their own language, but we hear it and see it in English. So that opens up information like unbelievably. It's like one I want to listen to is Chinese, well, probably Japanese, because that shows you their point of view, or at least their propagandic, point of view from Japan. What lies are the government from Japan fucking telling the Japanese people?
Right.
And I just find it fascinating. All right, hang on one second. Word from the sponsor, also known as the bathroom break.
Ever wondered how safe your online activities really are? How secure is your digital footprint? In the vast realm of the internet, privacy and security are paramount. Without adequate protection, your personal data might be at risk. There are solutions to these issues, and today we're going to talk about two of them. Introducing Liberty Laptops from Calyx Solutions. These cutting-edge devices are meticulously designed to bolster online privacy, providing you the liberty to surf the internet incognito. The World Wide Web can be a wild frontier, but with Liberty Laptops, your online privacy is always protected. We also present you Crypto Laptops, designed with cryptocurrency users in mind. Equipped to support a myriad of wallets and exchanges, these laptops are tailored for seamless cryptocurrency transactions. They offer enhanced security protocols to keep your digital assets safe. Crypto Laptops ensures a secure and smooth cryptocurrency experience. It's time to take control of your online privacy and security. Venture over to Calyx Solutions and explore our Liberty Laptops and Crypto Laptops. Don't forget, our affiliate program lets you earn $50 per sale. Visit calyxsolutions.io now or call 7028458276 for more information, because your online safety is our priority.
Yes, it is. As I slide back in that, I've had a lot of Red Bulls, so that was like a leaner, where you got to prop yourself up for a second. This is going to take a bit. Which reminds me, hey, could you grab a Red Bull? Thank you. It's but I mean, where are we going? And yeah, grab them dice, baby.
If I knew that, I'd be on an island somewhere. I wouldn't.
It's
clairvoyance isn't there.
For what's amazing is, in the old days, you basically watched your news in the morning, watched your news in the evening. You heard all of the local, because when I was younger, this is late 80s, early 90s, like everyone just watched Channel 5 News, or like Channel 4, local shit. Once in a while, you'd hear something from Washington, Like, hey, this happened in Washington. Now, back to what's going on in South St. Louis, So the level of information was relative to where you lived. Once in a while you'd hear something going on up in Chicago, usually involved weather. It's like, they're really getting hit up in Chicago. St. Louis, we kind of dodged a bullet. But now you hop on your cell phone and you're hearing the latest breaking news from Indonesia. It's like, oh my God, what's going on over in Indonesia? Right. Like it fucking matters to you. It's everything going on in Indonesia is like if you got a traffic report from Indonesia. It's like there's a lot of traffic on highway, whatever an Indonesian highway is called. It doesn't matter to you. But in the same vein, if Indonesia, because everything's so digital, it was like Indonesia local government says they're gonna mine fucking Bitcoin. Well, that's interesting, or the Indonesian government launches an AI representative. Oh, it's like there's no longer local. It's almost like local went away except for the weather. No one really gives a fuck what's going on in your local city anymore because we're overwhelmed with global news or America in general news. And social media and our cell phones and YouTube and all this shit. And we choose. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm choosing to fucking watch these shows out of Germany that are translated into whatever language I want. But I think that's why we feel so disconnected now, because in the old days, I'll use my grandfather as an example. Everything revolved around the Ukrainian Catholic Church. Everything did. His whole life was go to work. If he wasn't at work, him and his wife were doing something with the church. And they go to church and they'd have their whatever, picnic or whatever. And so he had local influence in his local area. I don't know if that's around anymore. Or if it is, I think less and less people are paying attention to it. I really don't know. It's like what is creating the loyalty to your location? I mean, really, what it is now is taxes. Why are so many New Yorkers moving to Florida? It isn't because they're loyal to Florida. It isn't because they like the culture. It's weather and taxes. So there's no longer a culture draw outside of politics. Like your fucking politics is your culture. Instead of your culture aligning with your politics are now aligning your culture. And it's That's why we have like the Democrats and the MAGA and the Republicans, but the Republicans aren't really MAGA and the MAGA is not really Republican. And you have all of these tribes that you don't really have a local tribe anymore. Like you, I don't know. Is that what we're losing? Is our local roots, and we're just all leaves fucking blowing in the digital wind?
Yeah, and a lot of that became acceptable with the dissolution of the nuclear family.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, once that became the norm, I think the ability to, and I don't want to use this term, but it seems appropriate in this instance, disentangle ourselves from this web of social engagement that we grew up in became easy. Beforehand, it was necessary that you stayed within the construct of the family, and you know, you were within shouting distance of the matriarch and the patriarch, and there was just this hierarchy of the family structure, and in most instances, religious practices were part of it. And then all of that seemed to, well, it did. I mean, it became easy to walk away.
Yeah.
Jimmy's got a job on the coast now. We only see him twice a year.
Yep.
I mean, it's Harry Chapin's "Cats in the Cradle" song come to reality.
Absolutely. And it's also the amount of influence that we're all exposed to on a daily basis is just like a hodgepodge of everyone who is trying to influence you one way or another. Where in the old days, the influence was your mom and your dad. And if you got out of line, your dad's going to influence your ass, you know? And now.
But there was also your aunts and your uncles and your grandparents. Yeah. I mean, if we want to identify what in addition to this disentanglement process, there was also a loss of a support system that curtailed any notion of anxiety.
Yeah.
I mean, now people are left to fend for themselves because your family is you and your spouse and your kids, maybe.
Yeah.
And now you have to resolve the world's issues in this real short list of team members, as opposed to you had your aunts and your uncles, you had your grandparents, you had your parents, you had your cousins, you had just this connectivity, this system that you could rely on for support. And it's, yeah, I can text them. Yeah, I can call them. We all know it's not the same thing as looking them in the eye.
Yeah, and this is me.
Yeah.
We have a walk away culture, but the walking away is, and this is just me fucking personally talking, walking away from like situations that are just unbelievably dramatic everywhere. Like everything's drama. and you're not really walking away, you're searching for peace. That's where I see this, and I'm a living example. I mean, I basically live in an RV because it's peaceful. It's like I can close the door and there's no drama. Because with your cell phone, with all of this shit, it's like everyone can flood you with drama. And the human instinct is to react, especially male instinct is, oh, there's a problem, now fix it. Not realizing it's a fucking made up problem. It's like, oh, this is bad and this is going on and someone's fighting with someone else and it's all about this fucking horse shit that doesn't really fucking matter anyway. But it's an emergency. We live in a 911 society where everything's a fucking emergency. You know, it's like, and it's, what's crazy, it's self-reinforcing. I do it. I read something online and I'm like, holy shit, that's a big deal. Then I get on my show and I go, hey guys, look at the big deal I found. It's it's like we all live in a hurricane and we are trying to build a house of cards. There's no way to achieve your goal, but yet you live in this hurricane of fucking information. And every day we wake up and go, okay, let me start rebuilding my house of cards while everything blows away as soon as you put it down. And I don't think society can handle this. I don't think humans are made to handle this environment for long, because you either go crazy or you walk the fuck away and live in a cave right next to Osama bin Laden. Because you just want peace. You just want fucking, holy fuck, I don't need to know everyone else's fucking problems or everyone else's point of view, everyone else's fucking issues. Because we're naturally programmed to, we are solution-oriented creatures. And when we're getting hit with all this shit, and eventually, trust me, your brain snaps. And it's just like, yeah, we're done. Fuck off. I'm not number one, man. I'm going to shut your ass down. You're fucking, I don't even know where you're going. And then you reach a point in your life where you're just like, fiddle, fuck, dude. I just want some peace. That's how I see it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. We live in tumultuous times, and if you don't find a mechanism for relief from the stress, from the anxiety, you're going to have some problems. You're going to have some problems. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel sorry for the generations younger than me.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were born into the hurricane. Where when I was younger, it was more like a slight breeze. It was still there, but it was a slight local breeze. And now these younger people are growing up in an environment of just absolute, like nothing's solid. Nothing is is reliable. And the reason it isn't reliable is because our levels of influence. No one can rely on anything now. I mean, and to tell you the truth, I don't know how to fix it because I can't fix it. And Trump can't fix it. The government can't fix it. The AIs can't fix it. No one can fix it. And that's why in the evening, I usually shut off my phone or I flip it over and I try not to look at it, but yet I still find myself unconsciously reaching for my fucking crack pipe that looks like a telephone.
Yeah, I completely understand that. I completely understand that. Yeah, I've told my kids I don't know how you're going to manage raising children in this digital age. You're going to have to set up rules of engagement for them because you don't want this dependency. You don't want this reliance on screen time in order to quell their. I want to play this game. Okay, well let's play chess. Let's play checkers. And they are.
Yahtzee, fucking Monopoly.
Yeah,
I used to love playing Monopoly when I was a kid.
Well, it always ended in a fight.
Because whenever I played my brother, I usually would just get mad at him over some other shit and then flip over the fucking board.
Now, I've not seen that with any of my grandsons. I've not seen the flipping of the board. I know that they'll get in disputes, but it hasn't turned into fisticuffs.
Well, the new flipping of the board is switching apps or changing video games. It's like, well, I'm tired of the community on World of Warcraft. I'm moving over to World of Western Warcraft or whatever fucking video games out there. Sure. And you just hop from community to community in the digital. I have a friend whose son plays his friends are all online. And he goes to work, he comes home, and he plays video games. But that is his social norm. They all. It's almost like your real life is the inconvenience, and the digital life is your priority. It's weird. It's
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
In a digital environment, yeah.
Yeah, I don't. All right, it's almost an hour. Patrick, can you let everyone know where they can find us? And we're also doing a show here in about an hour.
Yeah. You have a Calyx Solutions laptop, crypto laptop or a Liberty laptop. We have subscriptions available that would allow you to watch the show on a weekly basis live. We talk about cryptocurrencies. We talk about security issues. We talk about legislation. We talk about what's going on in the crypto sphere. You can also see the archives are available for a variety of different topics going back to the beginning of time. To do so, our beginning of time. To do so, you go into the portal, and there's a section there called Calyx Cyber Suites. Go in there and select the subscription that you think best fits your needs, and then sign up for it. We have some good stuff today. We're going to be talking about a report that's going to drop tomorrow. Zach, XBT has a report.
Yes, I was reading about that.
Yeah.
That's going to be a big one, boy.
Yeah. And then there are some thefts. Some criminals got caught. We'll be talking about some things. There's a platform that's going to see, there's a cryptocurrency who's going to see 3 platforms shut down. And it's not a surprise, but we'll go over that one. And there's something else I wanted to talk about before we got away.
Yep.
On Monday, I was notified that there was a scammer who was calling up clients. And so we got the word out. We sent out an email, got that blast out there, letting everybody know that this cat was calling himself Ethan, and he was calling from an 818 area code. And to be forewarned, and if he contacts you, one of 2 things: don't answer, which is always the best. Just let it go. You don't recognize a phone number, you don't answer it. Or 2, tell him that Patrick said to burn in hell.
With love.
Yeah. And a couple people did. Carol did.
Good.
Yeah. They let him know that his presence was not welcome. And I appreciate those heads up, because we were able to get that email out quickly, and got a number of responses from folks saying, yeah, he called. I told him to burn in hell. I told him to go away, etc. And we identified what happened, and we've identified this in the past. At one point, we had a relationship with Caleb and Brown. And Caleb and Brown was an exchange out of Australia. They did a really good job for a long time. And then in December of 23, they got compromised. And in that breach, their marketing database was taken. Nobody lost anything directly as a result of that. The custody of the cryptos was secured by Caleb and Brown. They sent out an email and told everybody what happened. They sent out one, and that's all they ever did. Well, part of that breach included just marketing names, phone numbers, email addresses, and these guys were able to contact individuals from this list. The list was sold on the dark web. These guys used it in order to call people up, to send them emails, etc., saying there was a breach from Caleb and Brown. There was we wanted to check your computers, make sure everything's okay. And because it came through us, it identified Calyx Solutions as being the affiliate that was responsible for that name being provided to Caleb and Brown. And so some of these guys at certain times will weave in I'm from Calyx Solutions, and there was a breach through Caleb and Brown. They'll, whatever works for them. They're soulless bastards, and they don't care who they hurt or what they steal. So they'll come up with some very creative stories. And that's what this guy was doing. Unfortunately, we got out in front of him and let everybody know. That list is still on the dark web. That list will be used ad infinitum. So if ever you see a phone number show up on your phone that reads Calyx Solutions 702-845-8276, it's probably a scam, because there is an application that guys can use to plug in a phony number and a phony business name, and it appears that that's who's calling you. We don't call you unless we're returning your call. That's it. So if that number shows up, let it go to answering machine. These guys never leave a number. If it's me, I will leave a message, but I won't. I can tell you that the number of instances that I will call out to somebody out of the blue are probably on 3 fingers, and that's it. So you see that phone number pop up, don't answer. If for some reason you do answer the phone and you hear about a breach, you hear that something's happened and they need to get on your computer, the answer is no. No remote access for anybody
Ever.
at any time, ever. So, yeah.
And I actually talked with a friend last week who his mom received a call supposedly from him, and it sounded like his voice. And it was someone. Luckily, he had already warned his mom, and she asked him for their word. And since he couldn't provide it, she was like, yeah, kiss ass. So I highly recommend that everyone, with your wife, your kids, or whatever, every group, every family should have a word that Armageddon. That if someone calls you and it's your son or your daughter, your wife, your husband, whatever, or your friend, you say, all right, what's the word? And if they can't provide it, fuck them. This is how we're going to have to do it, guys. We are basically going to have to remember words with other groups. We're basically going to have a seed phrase for our groups of friends and families.
Yeah, or there's also the asking that alleged family member about an embarrassing time at the Christmas table, or
Yeah.
what happened with you in 5th grade in Mrs. Johnson's class.
Yes, I hope that one day that I have a reason to call up my brother, and because I have an example that'd just be fucking hilarious. Oh God. And only he would know it. That's what's so
right.
funny.
That's right.
Like, remember that time? This is when we were like maybe.
Yeah, don't say it. Don't say it here.
Yeah,
it's a digital environment.
Only me and him were there, and it was so fucking funny, and we laughed our asses off. Well, and only he would know it, and he could never forget that fucking that event.
Yeah, exactly.
So, all right, guys. Everyone. And we have tablets available now. We have our laptops if you want laptops, but we also have tablets available for Liberty tablets and also crypto tablets. So check us out at www.calixsolutions.io. Link is under the video, or you give us a call, 702-845-8276. All right. And if you want to watch our show here in about an hour, calixsolutions.io. And which link should they click?
Within the portal, you have to go to the portal.
Yep.
And then there's the Calix Cyber Suite section is where the subscriptions are available.
Awesome. Everyone, have a great day. I will see you in about an hour-ish.
Yeah. Sounds good. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Ever wondered how safe your online activities really are? How secure is your digital footprint? In the vast realm of the internet, privacy and security are paramount. Without adequate protection, your personal data might be at risk. There are solutions to these issues, and today we're going to talk about 2 of them. Introducing Liberty laptops from Calix Solutions. These cutting-edge devices are meticulously designed to bolster online privacy, providing you the liberty to surf the internet incognito. The World Wide Web can be a wild frontier, but with Liberty laptops, your online privacy is always protected. We also present you crypto laptops, designed with cryptocurrency users in mind. Equipped to support a myriad of wallets and exchanges, these laptops are tailored for seamless cryptocurrency transactions. They offer enhanced security protocols to keep your digital assets safe. Crypto Laptops ensures a secure and smooth cryptocurrency experience. It's time to take control of your online privacy and security. Venture over to Calyx Solutions and explore our Liberty laptops and crypto laptops. Don't forget, our affiliate program lets you earn $50 per sale. Visit calyxsolutions.io now or call 7028458276 for more information, because your online safety is our priority.